Hey team, so this is Kelly. I am a 6-star qualifying Diamond Beachbody coach and I am your leader. Sorry, now that I got that formality out of the way, I wanted to talk to you today about being the best leader you can be for your challenge group participants. So this is whether or not your participants are in a free group or whether they paid into one of your groups. You want to be a good leader regardless. You want to ensure that that program, whatever it was that that person got, that it doesn't just sit on the shelf and never gets used. You want to be there to cheer them on, to encourage them, and to be their friend. And so what I'm going to share with you are tips that I feel you need to be following in order to be a successful mentor and cheerleader for your challengers. So the first tip in how to assist your challengers to success is tag them in the pinned post. So once you are added, or once it's okay to add your clients to the challenge group, what you want to do is you want to go to the pinned post or the welcome post, and you want to encourage your challengers to read it. And then as well, after you encourage them, you want to encourage them as well to introduce themselves and to participate. That telling them to do it is a lot better than assuming that they're going to do it. So tell them, hey, welcome to this group. Please go ahead and check out the content of this post and feel free to introduce yourself below. And when you do tag people in that pinned post, try to make sure that you're tagging everybody all at once within that pinned post, so you're not tagging multiple times. That can get a little too much, but that's just a little challenge group etiquette. But anyway, tag them in the post, welcome them to the group, and introduce them, or ask them to introduce themselves. So the next thing that you want to do is you want to be a leader. You want to if you were to be in a challenge group, how would you want your challenger to act? And that's essentially what you need to do. So if you added a challenger to that group, they're going to essentially do what it is that you do. So be sure that you are participating each day. Be sure that you're checking in, you're posting a photo of your food, or you're saying what you did for the day, or whatever it might be. But, you yourself do what is required for you. And also be sure then that you tag your friend, the people that you added, and say, hey, how are you doing today? That's essentially how you need to be doing it. Also, be sure that you are encouraging them daily. So one thing that you need to do is after you have added them to the group, you need to monitor, see if they are corresponding, if they're posting or anything. And then I recommend on the third day, message each person that you add to the group individually and see how it is that the group's going. So engage in a little conversation with them at first, and then say, hey, so how's the group going for you? What do you like most about the group? Key question, what do you like most about the group? So ask them that, encourage them, get them going, see if they need your help. Sorry, I move all around, but see if they need your help. See how you can best assist them to make sure that they hit their goals, and to be sure that they're here beyond the 7 days, that you can advance them and get them even further further of the help that it is that they need from you. Also, what you want to do by the third day is you want to notice the people who are encouraging other people, or you want to notice the people who are showing up, the people who are enjoying it, the people who proactively are posting within the group who are enjoying themselves. So you want to connect with those people, and you want to really encourage them and really give them the leadership position of being a coach. So essentially you want to groom this person, we call it. So what you'll do is you'll message that person, shoot the breeze with them, find out what they like most about the group, and say, you know what, I really appreciate you posting in the group and you being a figure within the group that other people have mentioned that they admire. That is, if people have mentioned that they admire them. If not, don't say that. But say, I would really appreciate it if you would kind of help me in encouraging other people within the group. So if you could kind of help me take that supportive role, I would really appreciate it, because I have a really heavy workload this week. I mean, what week don't you have a heavy workload? But say that, put them in that empowerment role, and then see how it goes for them, because what you're doing here is you are grooming somebody to be a coach. You are kind of putting them in that initial little leadership position that's going to propel them to the next stage. Continue and encourage participation. Continue posting yourself, continue to reach out and tag the people within the post as the group goes along. And then also, once the group ends, you want to be sure that you have messaged them on the final day and you say, hey, how did you like it? What did you like most about this group? And then you want to say, you've been doing awesome with the clean eating, you're having wonderful results, you've really enjoyed your time and you enjoyed the community here. How about we go on to the next step? What if I could offer you a 3-week group that is more in depth, that's going to provide you fitness, nutrition, more one-on-one support with me? What if you could go on to that group? Would you be interested in checking that out? And now we're going to get them on to the next step. So then, one thing as well that I want to say is, after you got all that done, after you've encouraged them, you stuck with them throughout the challenge, you've posted yourself, you've encouraged them to post, you message them on the 3rd day, you put people in leadership positions, and then you tried to close, you wanted to see if they wanted to take it on to the next step. You should also be sure that during this whole process that you are tracking. And essentially what you want to be doing with tracking is create an Excel spreadsheet or create some kind of paper notebook. And you want to list off each person that you added to this group. And then you want to also keep track of when it was that you reached out to them, if you put them in an empowerment position, and then when you reached out to them the final time, and whether they wanted in on either the coaching opportunity or they wanted in on the 3-day challenge, or I'm sorry, the 3-week challenge. So that is the progression of talking to people, of encouraging people, of seeing it through. You don't just want to toss somebody in a challenge and expect somebody else to babysit them. That's not what that person's there for. That person's busy enough, and they are helping their own coaches or their own clients. So be sure that if you are adding coaches or clients to any kind of challenge group, that you are there, that you are a present force. And if you are, that's how you are going to get success.